Before we talk about December's real estate numbers, I want to zoom in for just one moment to let you know what I have been seeing so far in 2026 and the January market and the major change that I've seen from December 2025. What I have seen is that the numbers from 2019 are really mirroring the year of 2019. And I'm not talking about price and interest rates, I'm talking about inventory and days on market. But the biggest shift I have seen so far this January 2026 as compared to December 2025 and the preceding months is the amount of buyer activity. And it's not just been my experience, but it's been conversation with my peers that we have seen a shift in buyer activity. I've had more buyers conversations and I'm working with more buyers. So I'm specifically seeing this more in the mid 500 and lower price point, but this is something really to be aware of. And I'm interested to bring you January's numbers once we close out January, just so you can see what is happening real time and if it's reflected actually in the data quite yet for pending sales. So let's look back at 2025 and take a look at how it closed out for the year. So as we dive into the Portland Metro numbers for December closing out last year of 2025, it closed out in a way that stayed steady, the numbers are revealing. New listings declined seasonally to 1,005, which is typical really for December to see that decline. And inventory edged up slightly over the same time last year to 2.9 months, but down from 3.8 months of inventory from the month before, giving buyers less choice than we've seen in recent months, though still within a balanced market. Pending sales came in at 1,234 and closed sales increased to 1,633, a jump for year over year and the previous month. A reminder that even with longer timelines, transactions are still happening when pricing and preparation align. Pricing remains stable. The median sales price rose to $535,000 compared to last year and stayed the same in relation to the previous month, while the average price increased to $596,400 year over year. It also stayed about the same as the preceding months for November. That combination tells us that values are holding without the pressure and rapid appreciation. Homes did take longer to sell, with the average market time being 81 days. Now let's head south of the Portland, Oregon metro area into the Salem, Oregon area, specifically the Polk and Marion counties. What we continued to see in the Polk and Marion counties was signs of recalibration for December. New listings came in at 164, which is actually less than November, which was 201, and slightly more year over year, while pending sales rose to 171 pending sales year over year and stayed about the same month over month. Closed sales declined to 135 versus 204 the same time last year, reflecting a slower seasonal pace, but buyer interest remained steady. What stood out was the pricing resilience. The median sales price increased slightly to $450,000, and the average price decreased slightly to $468,000, reinforcing long-term confidence in this area. Inventory expanded to 3.7 months year over year from 2.4, but is down slightly from month over month from 4.1 months of inventory, and the average days on market increased to 77, giving buyers more leverage and sellers clearer market feedback on what it takes to get buyers to look at their home. As we head further north into the Southwest Washington area of specifically Clark County, the numbers tell a slightly different story. New listings increased to 353 year over year and are down from 437 from November, while pending sales declined to 382 in both year over year and month over month. Closed sales actually rose to 518, signaling that buyers are still acting, just with longer decision cycles. Pricing remains strong. The median sales price increased to $550,000, which is up slightly year over year and down slightly month over month. The average price is in the same boat as the median, with it rising to $600,000 year over year and decreasing slightly month over month. And an interesting fact about December's numbers in the Vancouver, Washington, Clark County area is the inventory was the lowest we have seen in the entire year for inventory. It was coming in for December at 2.8 months of inventory, and market time was at 83 days. Across all three regions, the numbers indicate closing out 2025 that it's a very stable market. If you'd like help thinking through timing, strategy, and what this market actually means for you, I'm here for you as a resource. Just simply click the link below to connect.